Good morning. I'm Optimistic Michelle, and this is a bonus episode. What's awesome about COVID-19? Welcome to the I Cut the Mustard show, where a plant-based diet and small, simple moves make healthy change happen. And where we believe that you already have what it takes to slice through any barrier that stands in your way. Shing! You're sharp enough. You cut the mustard. Hey, I'm excited to talk to you today. I wanted to do a quick bonus episode about some things that are happening right now in our world. And I know that we can't avoid this COVID-19 virus. And I know for many of us, it is something that's scary. We're feeling anxious. We're feeling stressed. Our family's kind of on the rocks, maybe because of some personal things going on in our lives. So I just wanted to share my talent, which is optimism. Whenever I was in high school, I just want to share a quick story. One of our friends was into video game creation, and we had a small class of about 13 kids, and he took everybody from our class and stuck us in the video game, and he put our personalities in there. And I remember playing the game, and I was just little Miss Optimism. When anything went wrong, I was like, well, what about this? What about that? That's so awesome. This could happen. And up until that point, I never noticed that that was a skill of mine. So sort of a funny little story that I might have shared before, but I'm optimistic, and I notice it when I'm talking to my family and friends. They're telling me about all these terrible things that they're hearing on the news, and I'm like, but wait, this great thing is happening. Isn't this so awesome? So I'm here to share some of that with you. So I know that this is scary. I know that there's lots of bad things happening and that people are losing their jobs, people are dying. I understand all of that, but you know what? You get to hear that all day on the news, and maybe you don't get to hear all this stuff all the time. So I want to brush that aside for a minute and let you know what's awesome about COVID-19. Number one, family time. I know a lot of us are stuck at home, if you want to say that, or we have the opportunity to be at home with our families, working from home or not working from home, but we get to hang out with our families only while we're doing this social distancing thing. And I think during this time, I'm super excited because my kids are home, and normally I'm like, man, I need my me time or whatever, but we've been able to work that out, and I'm taking a few days off here to have a little spring break with them. We did some indoor camping. We're going to go on a little hike. We're going to have a racing day where we go to the racetrack on YouTube and check things out. We go on walks together. We've got our little schedule. I served a mission in Japan for a few years, so my daughter's super excited about learning Japanese. So I got her an app that will teach her Japanese. She can listen to the app and repeat back to it. So she's excited about that. She's talking to me in Japanese more. So all those things are fun. There's lots of opportunities here. We could choose to think about all the negative, I guess, going back to all of these different mindset things that we've been talking about over the past episodes on this podcast. We can use all of those things that we've just learned and apply it to this situation, because here's the facts. There's a virus out there, and it's contagious. People have gotten it before, and people have died from it, right? Because of that, the economy is changing. Those are all boring facts, right? And then we get to choose what we think about it. We get to choose if we want to freak out about it, which maybe you need to do that for a minute. Just get all of your freaking out. And maybe we get to choose to freak out about it. We get to go sell all of our stocks if we want to. We get to go buy all the toilet paper at the grocery store if we want to, right? Which I'm not saying all those things are bad things, but we get to decide if this is a major crisis or if this is okay and I'm going to be able to do this, and if we want to look at it in a different way, right? So it's not the circumstance that's good or bad. It's however we're thinking about it that's going to create the results in our lives right now. So we can choose to be calm and prepare and look at the opportunities and make the most out of it. And I want you to think of the worst case scenario in this situation. We've kind of already seen what's happened over in China, but maybe the worst case scenario for me would be if one of my family members died. If I died, that wouldn't be a worst case scenario for me because I'm dead. But if one of my family members died, I think that would be the hardest thing for me. Or if we maybe lost our jobs and we didn't have a home anymore, we had to go homeless or something like that, right? Those are some of the worst case scenarios. But in those situations, let's say one of my children dies, what am I going to choose to think about it before that happens and after that happens? How can I kind of do a mental rehearsal of what that would be like? If something tragic like that happened during this time, then how would I want to spend my last moments with that person? I'd want to be here at home doing super fun things, learning Japanese, going camping inside the house, right? And I get to do all of those things. That's an opportunity that I have right now that I can take. And if that person does die, right, then I have the opportunity to think about that, to learn how strong I am, to remember how amazing they were as a person. And I can't think of any more right now, but after my stepfather died several years ago, there was silver lining to that. People come together in times of tragedy, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But because of that, I was about to go to college. My neighbors donated to me a set of college stuff. They gave me a bed, one of those nice college beds, nice hardwood college bed. They gave me a desk. They gave me a dresser, right? So they came together and I was able to benefit from that experience. Whenever I fell off the roof and broke both of my wrists, it was right after I came home from Japan. I didn't have any money. I was about to get married. A lot of that could be tragic, but you know what? My husband jokes that an angel pushed me off the roof because I got about $12,000 from my disability, from my wrists, and we were able to really start our life and live pretty comfortably for the first few years of our marriage. And I had health issues, so we had the money that we needed in order to take care of that. So that was a great blessing. So there's always opportunities that are going to show up along with the tragedy, and I know that we can find them. So then in this case, we have time with family, right? That most of us have more time with family, and we can use that opportunity as though they are the last days, and we can just find fabulous fun things to do together. Another great opportunity, what's awesome about COVID-19 is that we get to come together as a community. After the tragedy of 9/11, the nation really came together. And I think the ratings for the president was the highest that they had ever been for that president, right? We just came together. We felt unified in love, and we were helping one another and reaching out. And this is a chance as a worldwide community that we can come together against a common enemy. And we can do that on a global scale. And that's a really powerful thing, because as we come together against something, that really unifies us. Whenever we go through something hard together, we all feel more connected because we've got this common bond. So what an opportunity this is to come together as an entire world against something that is difficult that we can all relate to. We can choose to look online and reach out to other nations who are struggling. If we feel like we are financially capable, we can reach out and donate to other countries. We can donate to food banks and just volunteer in ways that are safe and available to us right now. So what an amazing chance to come together as a community. And the third thing that I think is awesome about COVID-19 is all of the opportunities that are available. I already talked about opportunities, but many of us are thinking about people who have lost their jobs, which is a real struggle. I'm not going to downplay that struggle at all, because that can be a scary thing to not know where your money's going to come from, not know how you're going to get food. That is a struggle. But at the same time, many businesses are booming. Online businesses. Let's talk about Zoom, for instance. Zoom has never been better. And there's other businesses that have the opportunity to just grow at this time. My sister has a homeschooling business where she teaches people about STEM and STEAM education. And I said, man, now is the time. People are going to need that homeschool stuff. They need help with, teaching their kids and having their kids do interactive activities by themselves while they do their work. So for her, it's a great opportunity to grow. And there's many other examples of that, of businesses that have an opportunity to grow at this time. But no matter what job you have, I'm just mostly talking about job opportunities here, but no matter what job that you have, this is an opportunity to move forward. I was just getting my haircut from a friend and I thought, man, you can't do haircuts online. I was joking with her, you can't do virtual haircuts. But after I left, I thought, you know what? You could go online though. You could go online and you could teach people how to cut their hair, how to cut their kids' hair, how to cut their husband's hair. Because if we are kind of quarantined in our house for a while longer, we're going to need some haircuts. So she could go online and create a business about teaching other people how to do their hair, or come up with some other exciting and fun way to bring her talents online, right? So no matter what business you're in, there is an opportunity to go online with it right now, even though it's hard to see. This is an opportunity to get creative in all areas of our lives. In our business, we could figure out, everything is figure outable. We could figure out how to go online with our business. Maybe you got laid off, you can't work anymore, but maybe this is an opportunity for you to move into something that you've been wanting to do for a really long time. Maybe you didn't even really like that job, and this is an opportunity to go get a better job. Or maybe you did like that job, but still it's an opportunity to move forward and do something different. And if we look for those opportunities, they will become available to us. I think right now it's tempting. We're tempted to think, man, this is so hard. What am I going to do? Why did this happen to me? My kids can't eat, and you can list all of the different things that are going on. But whenever you go down that path, as we've seen, why has this happened to me, right? For example, that thought, if you follow that thought down the chain, and how does that make me feel? How do I act when I'm feeling that way? Maybe you're discouraged and you feel hopeless. So so you're just not going to do anything, right? You're going to not spend money. You're going to sit at home. Maybe you'll get into depression, right? And then your result is going to be more of that. It's going to be stuck and not being able to move forward, right? But if we can move our minds in a different direction and look for possibility, and instead ask, what's awesome about this? And what opportunities are available? What talents do I have? How can I be strengthened by this experience? Then we can move into a new beautiful place. And while I'm on the business band roll, I was at a business conference several months ago, but he mentioned how Walmart and some other companies who are born in the winter of economics, like in the economic depression times, if you're born in the winter when things are kind of hard, then typically your business is able to last a lot longer and be more resilient than those businesses that were born in the time of opportunity. Because as we struggle and as we work, we grow. And the people who are able to take this downtime and see it as an opportunity, those are the people that are going to be able to see opportunity at any time during our economic ups and downs, right? So you're resilient. You are amazingly resilient. You have talents, you have resources, and creativity. And if you don't have creativity, reach out to someone who does and ask them to talk to you and help you figure this out. There are opportunities all around us, and this can be an amazing time of growth, of reaching out and connecting with our community, of building relationships with our family and creating beautiful memories with them. And I'm just excited about it, honestly, which I know is kind of funny to say, but I want to offer to you the opportunity to change your mind and your perspective on this. And here's a little exercise for that. Instead of saying things like, what if, we're going to do our what if exercise. Instead of, what if I lose my job? What if we're in the house for 6 months? What if we can't go outside? What if we're on lockdown? Instead of going down that path, think and brainstorm some other what ifs that are going to take you up and out of that depressed thought. What if we come together as a community? What if I learn a new skill? What if I get to spend more time with my kids? What if I find a hobby that I absolutely love? What if this is the perfect time for me to create a business for myself or move out of a job that isn't fulfilling to me? What if my husband and I take this chance to reconnect? What if I take this opportunity to reconnect with a friend or a family member that, we've been struggling and we've had a disagreement? So what if I take this chance to reconnect and make amends? What if I take this chance to journal and really understand what I want for me and think about what I need in my life to take care of me, right? So there's so many opportunities right now while you're inside to reflect, to grow, and to come together as a community. And I hope that you guys can see those and move through them. And if you can't, you just go ahead and email me or go to this podcast episode, icutthemustard.com/bonus1. And leave me a comment. If you need some creative juices, I've got them for you. So leave me a comment. Let me know what's happening, and I will reach out to you and I will help you see the positive in it. I'll use my creative juices if you need any of them to get you through a situation. We can rock and roll on that, and I would love to be a part of your life at this time. So one more quick thing, just if you love this episode, if it was inspiring to you, please share it with your friends and let them know what's awesome about this. Have a fabulous day. Yoo-hoo! Thanks for jamming with me. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and click subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time for another great episode of the I Cut the Mustard show.